5 U.S. prisoners detained in Iran for about 10 years blew the country to Qatar as a controversial crisis, including the Biden administration's encounter of $6 billion Iranian oil money. Tehran and Washington agreed to change 5 prisoners, including protective Morad Tahbaz, an English-American citizen, in a detailed and sensitive diplomatic agreement. In the construction of months, 5 Americans were taken a plane connected Qatar from the hotels in Tehran, which will lead them flights Washington, Qatar. Iranian cash in Qatar and Switzerland bank accounts starting with electronic transfer to the agreement as a mediator of the agreement. After the completion of cash transfer to the plane was allowed to ride. Republican senators in United States and some former Iranian political prisoners accused Joe Biden of making an agreement that would encourage Iran as a central part of diplomatic arsenal. In 2018, when United States abandoned its nuclear agreement, he said that there was an oil money frozen by Trump administration. It is not clear whether agreement is a new, less ambitious way restrict the civilian nuclear program of Iran, where agreement will lead to a wider diplomatic breakthrough, or that Tehran agrees reduce highly enriched uranium stocks. Last week, 3 European countries, including England, accused Iran of building high-enriched uranium stocks without possible civilian purposes. The United States says that Qatar will not only be subjected to sanctions, first of all the goods, food, agricultural goods and medicine, he says. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has recently reached a turning point when it accepted a waiver that facilitates cash release from South Korean banks to accounts in Switzerland and Doha. 5 Americans were previously transferred from prison of the house in Tehran to various hotels in capital Tahbaz. Anglo-Iranian bilateral citizens Nazanin Zaghari Ratcliffe and Anosheh Ashoori'nin then was released as part of an agreement negotiated by British Foreign Minister Liz Truss. The identities of 5 Iranians, who were brutal in the USA, were made open to public by Tehran. It is not clear that all wanted to return to Iran. The agreement is a diplomatic win as a mediator among the 2 countries that do not trust each other. For Qatar, McCaul, Republican President Foreign Affairs Committee, accused Biden of being naive and returning to mistakes past Republican president competitor Ron Desantis, describing Biden's decision as ugly. If you take Americans, he added that he sent signal to the enemy regimes that you can potentially profit. Rogue will be a hell of regime if any person touches hair. Nazanin Zaghari Ratcliffe's husband Richard Ratcliffe criticized the evacuation timing, which was very close to the anniversary of Mahsa Amini's death in Iranian police custody. Iranian Americans, who are not recognized by U.S. citizenship, Tehran, are usually pawns between the 2 countries.